And we are live. Hello everybody, I'm Spike and welcome back to another self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. Firstly, apologies for it being, again, another week since the last video. I've been having technical difficulties with this program. Every so often, the database for this profile and all the progress that I've made just decides to randomly stop working. I go to open the program and it refuses to load. It refuses to open. It just crashes. So I have been trying to fix it to get it going and recover all of the work. This is the first time I fixed it. I had to start all over again. Back in Language Basics 1, all of this was empty and all of the stuff that had been done up to here was empty. It's obviously not what I wanted. Particularly for making content. So I've been spending a fair bit of time trying to get it fixed, trying to get it working, and now I can return to make some content. So here I am. Before I continue, I'd like to ask, for those who do see the videos, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channels. I'm on twitch.tv/crunked7up is my link there, and for YouTube it's youtube.com/exofficina, EXOFFICINA. It would mean the world to me if those who do find these content videos can go and like, follow, share, and subscribe both channels. If you want to talk to me or give any suggestions, leave any feedback, criticism, etc., whatever, get into the comments below in the video. It would really help me to improve what I'm doing over here, which is just me documenting my learning of the Japanese language from scratch by myself with this program and a couple of other resources that I've already mentioned in prior videos. So, with that out of the way, and with the program back up and running, I suppose it's time to get ready to start doing a module. Now, last time I was doing listening, and this time it will be the listening and reading, and I will be putting the speaking in on the end of this video as well. So we'll be doing these two here. It's the listening and reading sections and the repeat, and the speaking here and the repeat. Obviously, it's been a week trying to get this program back up and running, which I've done interspersed between doing other things. So I'm again likely to be a little bit rusty on a couple of points with the language and the grammar, or perhaps even the pronunciation. But we'll see. As usual, I've got my notebook with my alphabet kanji here and their sounds, and then also some grammar stuff, which obviously I highly recommend if you're following the videos, that you make your own notes to aid your own memory for outside learning, or to go along with the videos with the content that I've already made. So this is what we're on. We're on number 37 now, which, we're chunking along. We've nearly done 40 videos. So we'll make this one 37 here. We'll make the review 38, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll split it up. So listening and reading is 37, this one. We'll make speaking the 38. We'll do the review as 39. And we'll start 40 at core lesson 3, perhaps. Make it a nice round number, shall we? So I think that might be the plan. So without further ado, let's get started and get the old microphone set up to make sure that my audio is where it's meant to be. Yep, it's where it's meant to be. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or in this case, ichi, ni, san, yon, go. Let's start counting in Japanese, I think, maybe. There we go.
ドア
Door. Well, that's the door.
コンピュータ
Pretty self-explanatory. It's the computer.
ー家
Ie is house or home.
アパート
Apart or apartment.
ラジオ
The radio.
テレビ
And the television. Fantastic. Not a bad start. Not jumping straight into the deep end, which is good news. Let's go to slide 2.
台所
Oh, the kitchen.
流し、
The sink.
トイレ、
Toilet.
バスルーム、
The bathroom.
居間、
The living room.
窓、
窓is the window. There we go. Yeah, email caught me a little bit off guard because it's so short for the room that it actually is. It's living room or living space, front room, whatever you'd like to call it. So there we go. Yeah, let's get those done. That's nice. Let's go slide 3. We're off to a good start.
猫はテレビの上にいます。
The cat is on the telly.
コンピューターはテーブルの上にあります。
The computer's on the table.
ラジオは椅子の上にあります。
There's a radio on the chair.
リンゴはコンピューターの上にあります。
There's an apple on the computer. Oh, why
リ
did I
ン
pick
ゴ
that
は
one?
コ
I'm
ン
an
ピ
idiot.
ュ
It's
ー
this
ター
bottom
の
one.
上にあります。
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, what a mistake.
リンゴはコン
Yeah, there we go. That's the one I meant to
猫
click.
はテレビ
Now
の
we
上
know what the others are, so I'm just going to
コ
flash
ン
through
ピュー
them.
ターはテーブルのラジオは椅子
There we go. That's better. So I can flash forward through 3 because I clicked the last one in the first try in the wrong place for whatever reason. Just not paying attention, perhaps. So yeah, there we go. You can see, but at this point, obviously, cat, Neko, Telebi is the television. No, Oeni is on. No, Oeni on. Yeah, we've got the on bit here. Obviously, we've got the difference between computer and table. We've got the difference between computer and apple, and the radio and Isu for the chair. So we're getting there with the extrapolation of how the structure of the sentence is formed. What the elements of each bit of the sentence is, whether it's the cat, the television, the radio, the chair, the apple, whatever, and whether it's on, under, or in something. So this module is
コ
pretty
ン
good.
ピューターは車の中にあります。
Yes, that's in the car,
猫は帽子の中にいます。
and the cat's in the hat,
鍵は靴の中にあります。
and the keys are in the shoe. Yes, yes. This is where I anticipate the difficulty is going to increase. We get into slide 5. Let's have a look.
猫はテーブルの下にいます。
Yes, the cat is under the table.
男の子たちはベッドの下にいます。
The boys are under the bed.
犬はシャツの下にいます。
The dog is under the shirt. Yes. Give that a moment to be taken in while I give it a quick yawn. I shouldn't be tired. I've been up for a couple of hours.
男の人は車の中にいます。
Now, Nakani is inside the car.
男の人は車の上にいます。
No Annie is under the car. Oh, it's on the car.
男の
I'm an
人
idiot.
は
Oh, what am I doing?
男の人は車の下にいます。
Noshtani is underneath. Why do I get that mixed with those two every time? Why?
男の人は
On.
男の人は
Oh my god.
男の人は
No, it's because my brain's elsewhere. It's because I've been really struggling to do some other bits and pieces that I should really be doing, and I think that's taking up a little bit of my space. And the hassle of trying to get this program up and running. It's nice to have a break, but also it's frustrating when you want to be doing this every single day for learning. But technical difficulties as they are, these programs from like 2009 or 2010, running it on 2025 machinery, software and hardware, obviously doesn't like it. Let's go to slide 7.
今は緑です。
Ima wa midori desu. Well, the front room's green.
寝室は緑です。
The bedroom is green.
家は緑です。
The house is green.
トイレは
The
緑です。
toilet is green.
台所は
The
緑です。
kitchen is green.
ダイニングルームは緑です。
The dining room is green. And there it is, folks. Let's take that all in. Yeah, I like that the elementary, primary school basic stuff is getting so much easier to
女
remember.
の子とおじいさんは遊んでいます。
I noticed, yeah. Me and my grandfather
男の子とおじいさんはバスルームにいます。
in the bathroom.
女の子とおばあさんはダイニングルームにいます。
Yes.
男の子とおばあさんは料理しています。
So we have the boy and his grandfather in the bathroom. The girl and grandmother in the dining room. The boy and his grandmother are cooking, and the little girl and grandfather are playing with the Sunday. So yes, so bathroom in the bathroom, dining room in the dining room, ryōrishite is the cooking, and a Sunday is playing.
ご主人は奥さんにキスしています。
Oh, well, that's the husband kissing the wife.
お父さんは息子さんを抱いています。
Me and my son hugging.
お姉さんは弟にキスしています。
It's the little sister kissing the little baby.
お母さんは娘さんを抱いています。
Mother and daughter hugging. There we go. I'm surprised that this is coming back as fast, but they do say and recommend, and as I've recommended in previous videos, you need to make mistakes to be able to learn. It also needs to give your brain time to disseminate and take on board the information to learn anything. So having had these, 5, 6 days off, trying to fix this program and get it up and running for making content again, I've not been able to use it to learn Japanese. I've had my little bit of a sheet and whatever content that I've watched on Instagram or YouTube, which isn't a hell of a lot for the past week, because I've been focused on trying to fix this. But having the break back, I'm again surprised that it's formulating and sticking in my brain what each of these constructs with these sentences are. Very minimal mistakes. It's not like if you watch the first 10 or 15 videos of this playlist, look how many mistakes that I'm making there. And it was a good idea to make the mistake and not move on until I nailed each slide, each sentence, whatever. I think it was a really good method to, before moving on, that I learned to correct that mistake and then swiftly moved on after I'd got that. And the same with achieving 100% of the modules. But then also having breaks in between where I've either been busy with other meetings and such, or in this case, a technical difficulty, where having an extended period off, it consolidates all that information into your brain of what you've learned. So even if you're not thinking about it straight up, you end up being able to recall what you have learned in recent history quite easy. And I'm hoping that with my content videos, it's showing this. You know, I'm making a lot less mistakes. I can identify whereabouts we are in the sentence and stuff. And in the nearly 40 videos that have been produced thus far, just following my casual progress in this program, you can see the grasp of my understanding of Japanese, learning it as a language to read, speak, and write, is vastly improved. And we're coming up to the end of April. I started in January, gone into February. They were 2 pretty solid months of just every day. And then we've had a break from between February and March. And then we've had a break from the end of March into February and some of April, sorry. And yet it's still stuck. So in the space of 3 months, we've got a relatively cool usable grasp of the Japanese language in a very short time frame with a very limited resource, which I'm hoping can show that anyone can grind their way through learning this learning this language, even just watching my videos. I'm hoping that the content that's here will show that it's doable. You don't need to have someone sat there teaching you. You can pick it up yourself. And language, again, is one of those things that, like music or art, anyone should be able to pick up and at least gain some understanding with, because it is an art form. It's a form of communication art form. And when you think about it, how did people translate back in the day if they didn't know the language or it wasn't written down to learn it without someone teaching them? You take cues, social cues from the person. So it's yeah, it's been fun so far. Let's go slide 10.
私は弟が大好きです。
Me and my friend, or me and my sister.
僕はおじいさんが大好きです。
Me and my grandfather.
僕はお姉さんが大好きです。
Me and my friend, or my little sister, sorry.
私はお母さんが大好きです。
Me and my mum. There we go. So yeah, usually I get stuck between the ototo and the onisan, for older, younger brother, or older and younger sibling, depending on whether it's masculine or feminine. But yeah, again, just straight out. So this consolidation technique of taking a little break after a few days and then going straight back into it at the level you were at. It's learning principles seems to work really well so far. I'm sure there are people who will be able to go through my content and find where that doesn't work quite so well, but hey ho.
男の子たちはテレビを見ています。
Okay, so the plural of the Konokatsuchi. Well, tell it on the TV, of course they're on the TV.
猫は魚を見ています。
Cat is watching the fish.
両親は聞いています。
The parents are listening.
子供はラジオを聞いています。
And the child's listening to the radio. There we go. Not so bad. Let's go 12. Slide 12.
娘さんは居間に座っています。
So the daughter is in the living room sitting down.
お母さんは台所に座っています。
What? Ah, yes, she's sitting in the
お
kitchen.
父さんは台所に立っています。
But the dad is standing in the kitchen.
息子さんは居間に立っています。
And the son is standing in the living room. So yeah, suwate and tate. Suwate sit, tate stand. Muska-san, son. Musume-san, daughter. You get the idea. Content-wise, I'm just going through these slides. I'm surprising myself that it's coming back so fast. So yeah, Okara-san's the wife, Tora-san's the dad, the husband. Let's go slide 13.
これはあなたの本ですか？
Do you have any books? Yes, I do have some books.
私の本です。
So I hear someone appearing down the drive on the gravel. これは
これはあなたの帽子ですか？
Do you want a hat? Do you want a hat? Yeah.
いいえ、私の帽子ではありません。
No, I don't want a hat. Or, is this your hat? No, it is not my hat. I suppose it depends in which context you are saying the thing to the person. Which I think is where having the same sentence in Asian languages meaning 3, 4, 5 different things, even though it's pronounced and spoken in the same manner. It's the context of the doing whilst you're saying it that seems to be important as to whether it changes the context of what you're saying and therefore imparts what you're trying to say and do with that person. At least that's become my understanding, having learnt this part of the language. That some of this probably wouldn't change between is this your hat versus do you want a hat, or do you have a hat, and then the answer being the same. No, this is not my hat, or no, I don't want the hat, etc. The slight differences for the grammar do not seem to apply as much, or if they do, they're in entirely different words, which then changes the structure of the sentence and how it's then applied. But we're not at that level yet. There's just things that I've seen, read, heard, and been told regarding how the grammar
妹
goes.
さんですか
Is this your sister? Yes, it is my
はい、
sister.
私の妹です。
Is this your... Oh, of course. I wanted Corey. Not the answer. I'm an idiot.
妹さんですか
Hi, watashi no
は
emoto
い、
desu.
私の妹です。
And then これはのボ
これ
ール
は
ですか
あなたのボールですか
be hi. 私のボールです。
はい、私のボールです。
Yes, because it is her ball. Let's get slide 15. Oh, didn't want me to click it there.
靴はどこですか
靴はベッドの下にあります。
靴はベッドの下にあります。
Yeah. I don't know why I said arimasu. Pronunciation mistake. What a mistake that was. 新聞はどこですか
新聞はどこですか
新聞はベッドの上にあります。上にthat always trips me
新
up.
聞はベッ
ベッ
ドの
ドの
上に
上にあり
ありま。
ますす。上に I think it's because it's split. I think if ueni was one word rather than no ue ni arimas, I'd probably have a better pronunciation of it whilst reading it. At speed. It's only whilst at speed. Also, I've noticed.
私の鍵はどこですか
Where are my keys? Or have you seen my keys? No, where are my keys? Do you have my keys? Oh dear. Kagi wa kuruma no naka ni arimasu.
鍵は車の中にあります。
Yeah, of course it is. Because the keys are in the car, as we can see. So this guy's wanting to know about the coat. So, well, I didn't drag it, I clicked it. Watashi no
私
koto
の
wa
コ
doko
ー
desu
ト
ka?
はどこですか
Yeah. And it would be, koto wa isu no ue ni arimasu.
コートは椅子の上にあります。
Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. The last.
私の本はどこですか？
The books are on the chair.
本は椅子の上にあります。
Honwa is suno ueni. It's because I think it's the change in direction of the tongue to go from the very bottom of the mouth to flap all the way up. No ueni. No ueni. Maybe. Oh, it might be because the tip of the tongue for the no, for that n sound. No any. No any. Yeah, I think it's the release as the tongue drops from the roof to then go back up again. It doesn't come to a full rest. It's just straight up into the roof of the mouth again to give the n sounds. So hon wa isu no eni arimasu. Yeah, it does have a bit of a. It wants to stay there whilst also dropping at the same time to make the syllables. I think that's why I'm tripping up over my own tongue. The speed of it. So, watashi no kappu
私の
wa
カップ
doku
は
desu
ど
ka?
こですか
And then this picture freaks me out, even though because it's focused on a colourful cup that's in the white sink. But I think it's the shade and the out of focus top part of the tap that's making this look like the most photoshopped picture in this program. Kappu wa nagashi ni arimasu.
カップは流しにあります。
Yeah, there we go. So listening and reading is the first one. Let's straight up continue into listening and reading 2. Let's go for that repeat, baby.
女の人と彼女の犬、
Yo.
警察官と彼の馬、
Is there a policeman and his horse?
男の人と犬、
No, man and the dog.
女の子と馬、
The girl and the horse. Yeah. There we go. Nice and easy. Step 2. Let's go slide 2.
彼らはサンドイッチを食べています。彼らは新聞を読んでいます。
Okay.
彼らはリンゴを食べています。
They're all eating apples.
彼らは新聞を読んでいます。
And they're reading the newspaper.
彼女たちは本を読んでいます。
Reading the book.
彼女たちはサンドイッチを食べていま
And they're
す。
definitely eating the sandwich, right? There we go. So again, this is showing us the difference from karedawa for plural, then to the plural but for female here, and then back to plural mixed but male here, and female and plural again here. So it's just teaching us to go backwards and forwards in plurals, but to apply to kids, mixed gender, same gender female, mixed gender adults, same gender adult but male, and then back to the female but for kids, and then the same for mixed adults again. Which seems to be the intent behind this particular slide anyway. We go to 3.
家族、
Family.
男の人と息子さん。
Well, that's man or dad with his son.
女の人と娘さん。
Gender flip, it's the mum with a daughter, or lady and daughter. Slide 4.
家族、
Family again.
男の子とお父さん、
This is the boy with his dad.
女の子と
And
お
this is the girl
母
with
さん。
mum. There we go. Let's go to slide 5. Here we go.
女の子と両親。
The girl and her parents.
二人の女の子と両親。
Two girls and parents.
女の人とご主人。
There's the lady and her husband.
赤ちゃん。
Their baby. Which Aka-chan is red child. So, because babies come out quite red. So slide 6.
女の人と子供たち、
So the kids,
お父さんと娘さん、
the father and daughter,
男の人と奥さん、
man and wife,
両親と息子さんたち、
parents and their boys. There we go. In the plural form. Parents and their sons, should I say. Be a bit more accurate. So slide 7.
お父さんと息子さんたちは遊んでいます。
So Tor-san is the dad, Musuko-san Tachi is the two boys who are playing.
男の子と犬は遊んでいます。
A singular boy and dog are playing, there is.
お母さんと娘さんたちは遊んでいます。
So that's mum and daughters are playing.
女の人と猫は遊んでいます。
No, lady and a cat are playing. There we go. There we go. Again, these ones have become simple very, very quickly. But yeah, the grammar structure, sentencing, to see the difference is definitely making sense to me, which is good news. That means that, again, this program and its learning is working. It's definitely teaching me Japanese.
誰が飲んでいますか
You're drinking.
誰が遊んでいますか
They are playing.
誰が食べていますか
They are eating.
誰が寝ていますか
They are sleeping. There we go. Slide 9.
私の母です。
Nah.
私の妹です。
Me and my sister.
私の両親
Me
で
and my
す。
parents. There we go. Nice and easy again. Let's go slide 10. Let's get it on.
彼女たちの自転車は緑です。
Oh, our bike is green.
私たちの自転車は黒いです。
Our bike is black.
私の自転車は青いです。
Our bike is blue.
彼の自転車は大きいです。
All key is large. So this boy, my bike is big.
彼女の自転車は小さいです。
My bike is small. So yeah, all key is large, chisa or big, and chisai is small or tiny. Obviously jitensha is the bike. And then we've got big, small, and then we got the colours. We got midori is green, we got aoi is blue, and kuroi is black. And then obviously we've got the grammatical form of male singular, girl singular, girls plural, female talking about I, watashi no, and then in polite company, it's a man talking with a woman and talking about our, so it's polite to use watashitachi rather than bokutachi. Boku is generally seen as just masculine, singular, or just only when there are only males present. At least, again, that's from my understanding. You use watashi is more, again, you're being respectful and polite when you're a guy in or around females, because watashi is female form. So it's polite to use watashi when, even if you're a guy, you're in the company of a female, and you use the female form respectfully. Anyway, let's go to
私たちには娘が4人います。
It's the family with 4 girls.
私たちには息子が1人と娘が3人います。
So we have 1 son and 3 daughters.
私たちには息子が2人い
And
ます。
we have 2 boys. There we go. It's parents talking about their children. So this one, yeah, musuko ga hitori, that's one boy, and musume ga sanin is the 3 girls. So obviously here we can see musuko ga is the boys, and the futari is talking about 2 of them. And then on the end, here we go, musume ga yonin imasu. We have 4 girls, because they do. There's 4 women there. Let's go to slide 12.
7人の赤ちゃん、
Well, there's 7 kids.
9個の帽子、
That's the hats, 9 hats.
8個の卵、
The 8 eggs.
9個のリンゴ、
The 9 apples.
7本のペン、
7 pens.
8個の椅子、
Then the 8 chairs. There we go. That was again easy to remember on whatever reason.
12個の鍵、
The keys. 12 keys.
11本の花、11個のボール、
It's the bowls.
12個のボール、
12 balls.
10枚のお皿、
the templates
10個のカップ
and the cups. There we go. So 10, 11, and 12. This is one that I've tripped up on before. The
11個のボール
and
12個のボール
very one letter difference in the pronunciation goes from meaning 11 bowls to 12 balls. Which I think is they've done that intentionally. They had to have done this intentionally. It's the how bolu and boru are bowl and ball because they are incredibly similar. This is one where contextual speak will definitely be when you're speaking to a Japanese person, whether you're talking about a bowl that you're putting food in or a ball that you're going to be kicking around, for sure. Let's go 14.
12
Uni. No, it's 12. Oh, I
Jew.
marked up straight away.
10
It's 10,
12
12,
9
that's 9,
7
7,
6
6,
11
wow, it's 11.
0
I mean,
8
there we go. So shichi is also that threw me because hang on a minute. Yes, because it becomes nana or nanin, nananin, or nanahon, etc. At 7 changes from being shichi in its singular to being in use becoming nana, to mean 7. I haven't quite figured out why myself yet. It'll be something that I will research. Hopefully I can come back with an answer. Let's go to slide 15.
11 0 9 5
Well, there we go. It's the old numbers game.
6 8 10 12
Here we go.
3 2 1 0 6 7 8 9 10
The pool balls at the end. There we can see the numbers as written, and then how to say them up top in that order. Just keep that there for a second. And bear in mind these are for the individual numbers, not a collective total. And this 3210 here, this isn't how 3210 is pronounced or said.
何歳ですか
Oh, you're 5, are you? 5 is Gosai.
5歳です。
Gosai.
何歳ですか
1, 2, 3, 4 is 4 歳. Yeah, it is 4.
4歳です。
Yeah, what is he saying? He's 10. He's 10 des. So we're asking the question. So
何歳ですか
how old
10
are you?
歳です。
Or what's your age? That's relatively simple. Let's go to that last slide.
寝ていますか
Are you sleeping? Yeah.
いいえ
So, 何をしていますか? So what are
何
you
をし
doing?
ていますか
And then, 本を読んでいます.
本を読んでいま
Reading a
す
book. Well, that's not so bad. Well, there it is. That's the that's the 2 slides going through are for the listening and reading modules. That wasn't so bad. Not as bad as I thought it would be. It was after 6 days away or thereabouts. Again, showing that having a break can sometimes be beneficial. Again, minimal mistakes made. The mistakes that I did make obviously are rectified, and it's come flooding back. That was actually quite a lot easier and not as stressful and as frustrating as some returns have been after a break. So there we have it. That's the listening and reading module for the Unit 2 Lesson 2 stuff. And then the Lesson 1 repeat from this section over here. That's got them back in the bag. That's got me back up to speed. So that's going to be, this video is number 37. So that just to get us back on track with the missed time. So I'm going to stop the video there, I think, after that progress. That was quite good. That was quite fun. We've just hit 40 minutes, so I think that's a fair video right there. So I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me and coming in and checking out the video. I hope that, again, the material that's coming up on the screen, you can see that not only am I making casual progress and learning and growing my knowledge in the language, in Japanese language, that's I'm teaching myself here, but I'm hoping that you can also gain some insight and some learning from the content I'm producing here. Obviously, you can see the materials I'm using in this program. At any point, if you want to pause the video and rewind, obviously you can to go through these exercises and these modules like I am. I'm sure you can go back and scream at me when I make a mistake if you're playing along at home. But yes, I'm hoping that people are finding this a viable interest, a nice walk through watching me casually learn Japanese to show that you don't need to be spending lots of money going out there and putting yourself into a situation just to learn a language. If you've got some wherewithal, some spare time on your hands, you can learn a language. You can learn anything, basically. But for those that aren't as technically proficient, don't have the budget, are looking for an easy in, and maybe just something to stick on in the background to learn the language, then welcome to my channel. Welcome to my videos. I hope you enjoy what you find and see. This is the content. It will be just me going through these units, as I have been. Today's was listening and reading, so I hope that those that have tuned in to watch, I hope you found that enjoyable, and a little bit a nice ease back in to hopefully some more regular videos. So I'm really hoping I don't get too many more technical issues with this program. I hope it's just the same recurring issue that I can fix each time and not have too much downtime where I'm not putting out videos. So again, thank you for joining me today in today's video. As always, like, follow, share, and subscribe over on twitch.tv/crunk7up. You can find me there. That's where this video goes up live when I live stream it. And then you also go and find me on YouTube, youtube.com/exofficina. That's EXOFFICINA. And that's where all of my videos live permanently. I'd very much appreciate the follow. I appreciate the likes, the subscribes. Please share it to as many people as you can who you think will have an interest in this. You know, don't go and share it to people who aren't going to even bother looking at it, because it's just a waste of your time. And, you know, they might kick up a fuss about it or just not take an interest, whatever. But for those who do find an interest, share and share a like. Very much appreciate it. I am trying to get myself to the 50 follows and 50 subscribers to unlock more tools for this channel, or for both channels, sorry, which will allow me to keep videos in both places and hopefully be able to produce slightly better, more upmarket, highly polished, better polished content moving forward. And it just shows the support for the channel. It keeps me wanting to do this, because this is just for my own amusement, for my own fun. But anyone who ends up finding this enjoyable, I appreciate you, I respect you. Thank you for coming back and joining me and helping to push the channel. That's it from me for this video. Stay tuned in the next hour or two for another live stream video where I will be going through the next two blocks, which is the speaking. That'll be those two lessons. I will get them done today because I have nothing else to do. That'll be video 38, and then the review will be video 39, and then we can start core lessons 3 on 40, and then hopefully I'll be caught up. That's all from me. As always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.